Hi Aries, how are we? It is me, Lauren B. Welcome to the Untitled Tarot. Aries, funny energy going on around you right now. We're gonna do your spread this week with the Nightmare Before Christmas deck, the Tim Burton deck that I got. And you know, originally I had gotten this deck and I was real excited to use it. And then I started feeling like funny about this deck, so I wasn't gonna use it. And then today I'm sitting here and I go to sit down and do your reading and it's staring at me and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll use it. So perhaps there's something that you've been feeling funny about or feeling weird about or unsure about that you're starting to feel like more comfortable exploring, thinking about doing, whatever it may be. And you know, the title, The Nightmare Before Christmas. So there is like an energy around you that's a little bit like, this is a nightmare, or like you're in a bit of a pickle. You're in a bit of a pickle, Aries, but you know, it's before Christmas. So it's right before, you know, it's that kind of beat down before the breakthrough, that sort of thing as well. And it's funny because normally, you know, like I get dressed, I do my makeup, I do my whole thing. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to come on here, barefaced, acne, the whole thing. I'm just going to let it all hang loose. I used to do that when I first started my channel, and then I stopped doing that. So there's something in that for you too as well. Just wanting to be like vulnerable, like barefaced, not trying to cover anything up, like anything that you're dealing with. Also, there's a lot of energy for you. Also, I'm very itchy. So biblically speaking, being itchy is usually a sign that you're like not listening to something, or you're trying to hear only what you want to. But itching in general, symbolically, spiritually, talks about healing, right? It's like when you get a cut and then it starts to heal and then it gets itchy. So there's something about, I think, perhaps your intuition that you've been ignoring, you've not been paying attention to. There's maybe some gut soul urges that have been pulling on you to do something or not do something, and you've been kind of trying to like quiet that out, like not hear that. But that's also an aspect of yourself that you're healing right now. You're healing your intuition. You're trying to become more comfortable listening to what your gut is telling you, what God is telling you, what your angels are sort of nudging you to do. So that's really good as well. There's something else. Oh, the song, you know, I sat down, I was meditating on your energy, and that song from Annie, Little Orphan Annie, came in my head. The sun will come out tomorrow. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs, which is funny. Halloween deck. Clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. So there's something in that for you. You're in like the thick of it right now, but it's like your intuition is telling you things are about to get like a lot better. So instead of maybe trying to fight it any longer, you're really just trying to like embrace it, embrace the bruises, the cobwebs, the blemishes of it all, knowing that you will heal, you will get closer with yourself, you will get closer with God, and you will make your way to the breakthrough. So very cool, Aries. And also, okay, I used this deck, I think, for like the Aries bonus read, which was like a short little video. So it's interesting that no one's used this before. So there's something that you want to do perhaps that like no one's doing around you. No one's done before. You don't know anyone who's doing it. It's something very unique to you. So that's there as well. So as always, let's start with a little prayer. Father God, thank you for being here with me and my Aries. I ask that you bless these messages, that you cover these cards. I ask that we bring through messages in Aries' highest of love, light, alignment, assignment. Please let me be clear. Please let me show them what they need to see and guide them accordingly to your will. We praise you and we thank you to the utmost high. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Amen, Aries. So let's get into it. Do you want me to do it now or after? Now, okay. So we're gonna pull a bird card for you, because this is like a little bit of like a freaky little deck. So I wanted to pull like a bird card for you just to kind of keep the energy light, right? We're waiting for the sun to come out tomorrow. So let's pull a bird card for you first. This is from the Divine Feather Messenger deck. We love this deck around here. We love the birds. Birds and the bees. Let's see. Let's see what the birds want to chirp for you today, Aries. A Wren. Be bold and confident. Use all of your resources to create your dreams. Let's read her off. The Wren. This is on page 72. So you could be seeing 72 or 27 a lot. The number's sticking out to me. And 73. It goes on both pages. Wren. Wren is a small springtime bird that is said to be the king of birds and lucky as well. Interesting, king of birds. You represent the emperor in the tarot. Adored as much as the robin in lore, we see Wren in many folk tales as an adaptable and resourceful bird. His powerful voice gives the impression of a much larger bird and allowed it to sing all day with great confidence. The Wren's sensitivity to temperature indicates that we too need to be sensitive to extremes. Wren is clever, and the pagan traditions associated this messenger to the earth gods and goddesses with sharing their earth-based wisdom. The Wren helps us to realize that we are the sum of all of our gifts. The divine Wren flutters in to remind you that you already possess all of the resources that you need. Rather than seeking more, looking here and there, now is the time to stand strongly and confidently. In this acceptance of what is already present, you will create the shift you seek. Watch out for any tendency towards extreme behavior. It is important to find the balance rather than overdoing it. Being bold and confident comes from strength within, not from a false sense of self. Wren guides you beautifully through this new exploration and invitation to grow. The gift of this messenger is adaptability. The energies are confidence, resources, and adaptability. Its season is winter and spring. Its element is earth and air. Its color is brown and gray, and the affirmation is, my confidence and inner strength guide me forward. So a couple of things that are sticking out to me right now. Where is it? More than anything else. In this acceptance of what is already present, you will create the shift you seek. What is already present. Presence. Christmas. The nightmare before Christmas. So that's interesting to me, right? Because Halloween is kind of dark and it's kind of cold, right? It's a little bit spooky. And then Christmas is like bright and exciting, and it's like, oh, it's Christmas time, like presents, right? Like gifts, blessings. And they're talking about extremes in here. And meanwhile, there's that middle ground. What is in between Halloween and Christmas? Thanksgiving, right? About standing where you are right now with everything that you already have. Thanksgiving, having gratitude. An attitude of gratitude breeds abundance. There's something in that, right? Going from little orphan Annie to living in the big house with Daddy Warbucks, right? There's a journey in between there. And little orphan Annie, she didn't have to learn any new skills. She didn't have to do anything. All she had to do was just be who she was. And in that, naturally, the things that were meant for her, her destiny kind of met her right there at her own front door. So there is, again, with these extremes and between the nightmare and then the glory of Christmas and the blessings and presents that come along with that middle ground, that middle earth that we need to find right now, Aries, I think is really about being thankful, having gratitude despite the storms, praising despite, the storms, saying, God, thank you for everything that you've already brought into my life. Thank you for my health. Thank you for any support you brought in. Thank you for guiding me. Thank you for holding me. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to work or the opportunity to rest. Thank you for just giving me this new day. And thank you, praise forward, right? Thank you for all the blessings that I know that I have faith that you are bringing in to me, right? Very good. Very good, Aries. It's very reminiscent of the Pisces reading that I just did as well. A good way, because I almost feel like I hear some of you saying, like, I am grateful, like I am thankful, almost in like a defensive kind of thing. And it's oftentimes not that you're being ungrateful when readings or your angels or God is telling you to be more thankful. It's not that you are being unthankful or you're being ungrateful. Sometimes when we're sitting in an in-between, when we're sitting in a place of fear or anxiety or uncertainty, not really knowing what's coming for us, really waiting for the promises that God has made us, or the things that he put in our hearts to tell us to do that require a certain amount of bravery, that fear can kind of put a little stranglehold on your energy, right? Your energy can get a little stuck, it can get a little stagnant, and then you can start kind of closing off sort of like shutting down preemptively in order to prevent like a sort of disappointment, right? And when that happens, we close off our heart chakra. And our heart chakra, everything that exists comes from a place of love, right? That's why plants and all of that, that's why they're green. It comes from your heart chakra. They're grown with love. It's the love of the sun, the heat of that, the nurturing waters, the nutrient-rich, fertile soils. It's all the love of Mother Earth, of Gaia, that God gave us to live on. So there's something in that as well. It's not necessarily that you're so ungrateful. It's like you're a bad person, bad Aries. It's not that at all. It really comes more from a place of being a little bit fearful or uncertain, not realizing that it's kind of stopping your energy at certain points, and that's making you feel a little closed off and tense. So that way you can like let it flow, let your love flow a little bit more. So food for thought, Aries. Food for thought. One more. Okay. You see that? Okay. Six of Potions. So 6 of Cups in reverse. 6 of Cups is a card that speaks oftentimes of sentimentality, of nostalgia, right? There could be something that you really want to do that might require you to kind of step outside of your social circle, step outside of a place where you've worked at for a long time, do something different that maybe nobody in your family has ever done, or it might be a little controversial for the people around you, right? There is something about that. But the thing is too, is if you look at this card, all of the plants that are kind of coming out of these vases, right? What is supposed to be alchemization, it's all dried up and it's all withered, right? It's almost like when you put a plant in a pot that's too small and the roots, again, it's like that stagnation of energy. The roots can't expand as far as they need to. So instead, the roots kind of strangle each other up. They wrangle around themselves and it kind of depletes everything from the leaves. There's that kind of sense that perhaps you've outgrown an aspect of your former self. Perhaps you've outgrown your old cycle, your old season. You've outgrown your social circle, you know, the way you used to do things with your family, your job. And it doesn't mean that you don't have nostalgia. It doesn't mean that you don't love them. It doesn't mean that you still can't call and keep in contact and hang out and all of that stuff. But the way your energy wants to expand, it's just you need a bigger pot. You need a bigger pot to grow in. It doesn't mean that, you know, you have to throw the baby out with the bathwater, but you need more energy. You need more space. You need more room to grow because you want to grow bigger than your current situation and your current circumstances are allowing you. Yeah, I didn't even look at this middle card because you have Justice in reverse right after this, which is saying, like, again, it's got nothing to do with how much you love these people or this job or this environment that you're in. It's just that, like, you're hungry for a little bit more. There's a bigger potential for you in another place. Doesn't mean that we don't love these people, places, and things, but it also means that you need more room to grow, my loves, because then you have the 4 of Potions, which is the 4 of Cups, right? So it's like knowing that could be the thing your intuition is telling you and you're trying to ignore it, right? That it's putting you in a 4 of Cups energy, which is feeling a little disheartened, like a little dismayed, like a little bit looking around and being like, I'm not really happy with this stuff. Like, I'm bored. It is an energy of like boredom. Like, I'm just waiting for something exciting to come in. I'm just waiting for this to be over. So like Christmas, right? Christmas is something like fun and exciting to like look forward to. People always say that like Thanksgiving is like a boring holiday, right? Like Halloween, you get to dress up, you go party, and then Thanksgiving, it's like, oh, whatever, we have turkey, who cares? And then there's Christmas, and Christmas is so exciting, and candy canes, and twinkling lights, and whatever, right? But my favorite holiday out of pretty much all of them, other than Christmas, because Jesus, is Thanksgiving. Because the thing that's great about Thanksgiving is you don't have to get all dressed up. You know, you don't have to buy anyone gifts. You don't have to decorate. You don't have to do anything. You just have to show up and like enjoy time with people. You get to spend time with your family and friends. You get to eat and drink and be merry and like lay fat on the couch and unbutton your pants and just be like barefaced and naked and vulnerable and just like, oh, I ate so much gravy, right? That's kind of the cool thing. That's the really awesome thing. And just being grateful for that moment to just like relax and imbibe and enjoy and feast. You know, so there's something in that for you as well. And it's cool because do you see this little smoke trying to take like this one little bottle? Sort of like how these ones are all dried up. It's like these ones, like your spirit, the Holy Spirit's trying to kind of circle around this one and like take it off, right? Take you to a new place, to a new Ace of Cups. Something that will be a new seed, something new you can water, something new you can plant, something that will be emotionally fulfilling for you. Because you just have, you have new emotional needs now. You have new creative needs, new energetic needs as you grow and you expand and you evolve. You need more stimulation, but I'm hearing like not artificial stimulation, not artificial stimulation. It's like instead of putting like a plant under a heat lamp, it's like you need to put it outside, let it get that organic light, let yourself grow organically. Oh, look at this, the Hermit in reverse, and then you have the Star in reverse too. So again, it's this idea of feeling a little bit, Aries, like by kind of coming out of your shell, leaving people, places, and things, an environment around you that you feel like you're going to have to lose things that were originally your star. You're going to have to lose your friends. You're never going to see them again, or you're going to grow apart from your family, or because you don't work at this job anymore, your coworkers that you love so much. Because sometimes our coworkers, they become like family to us. That in doing that, right, reprioritizing your time, putting your energy in different places, pouring it back into yourself, that by doing that, you're going to lose like the twinkle in your eye. These are things that are special to you, right? These were things that were once wishes that became fulfilled for you. And now it's almost like a feeling of being a little bit guilty for wanting more, like almost as though you feel a little bit selfish. But I don't really think that's the case. You have to let yourself grow and expand. There's something flying outside of my window. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, so I can't symbolically tell you what it is. That could be it too. It's like you see, it's like the sun will come out tomorrow, like there's something on the precipice for you, like, but you don't know what it is, so you don't know what it means. Is it a bee? Is it gonna be honey? Is it gonna be a wasp? Is it gonna sting me? Is it gonna be a moth? Do I need to just surrender to it? I don't know. Is it a dragonfly? You know, is the truth of the situation different than the illusions I'm seeing? It's like, and even the sun right here is so bright. I'm sure you guys can see me. I hope you can see me, but I can't even see myself in my own camera. So again, it's like that. You're having a hard time like seeing yourself in a new light. Gorgeous, thank you. That's beautiful how you did that. That's amazing. 2 of Candles, 2 of Wands, having to pick a path, having to pick a doorway, right? And feeling as though as you're doing that, it's like your options, your community, your support system, it actually kind of narrows. That by sort of choosing yourself to expand, try something new, break out, go in a new direction, that in order to expand yourself, you have to narrow your emotional support. You have to narrow your friend group. You have to narrow your options. But I don't know if you have to pick like that. That's the thing. I don't think that you have to. Queen of Candles in reverse at the bottom of the deck to clarify that. Yeah. And with this cat, it's almost like feeling like you're not following your intuition, right? Like but the thing is, sometimes our ego speaks in the same voice as our intuition all the time. So when your ego comes over here and tells you that like your self-worth, your potential, it's all wrapped up in being attached to these people, places, and things, it's not true. That's your ego talking. That's your ego telling you. Because Wands is also a planner energy, just like Pentacles energy is, right? So Queen of Wands, she's sexy and she's confident and she's strong and she's nurturing. She's like all of the queens. She's a lady that can do it all. And it's almost like in choosing a path, it's almost like having to go back to like a student energy, kind of redefine yourself, relearn yourself. Who is Aries in a new life, in a new place, in a new job, you know, in a new relationship with new people. I'm going to have to get out there. I'm going to have to meet new people, make new contacts, learn new skills. That scares me. What's going to happen to me? Maybe, you know, you'll meet Daddy Warbucks. You'll get to go live in the big house. You'll get to sing and dance and they'll make movies about you forever. But it's also, again, with that Thanksgiving energy, finding that middle ground in between, being grateful and thankful in all of your stages. Like, yes, I'm scared, but I'm thankful that I have this opportunity to at least try to get to know myself more, to see if there's more out there for me. It's a big world. God is good. Like, maybe my dreams can come true, right? And Queen of Wands, right? Like, you're an Aries. That's very much, you know, Aries comes through as the Emperor a lot of times, but the Queen of Wands is also your energy. So not really feeling like yourself. It's unlike you to look a little farther, dream a little bit bigger, or see yourself in a different place with different people, right? That makes you feel like almost like a stranger to yourself, but you're not. Three of Cups, but you're not. There's celebration with the Three of Cups. And what is really cool is there's like a real like stacking energy here, right? It's like a foundational building. It's like a Russian doll that if you allow yourself to be brave and allow yourself to expand energetically in new places, try new things, new skills, new jobs, right? Like I said, we don't have to throw away all of these other things, but we have to give ourselves room to grow because we don't want to dry ourselves up and wither. That in doing that, you realize that you in fact are like a Russian doll, that there's so many other layers to you than just the people you hang out with, or just the job that you do, or just the place that you're from, or just the way people know you as you are. That you're so much more beautiful, you're so much more intricate, you have layers, you have idiosyncrasies, you have quirks, and as you explore and expand and learn yourself more and go through different experiences, you also learn these different things about yourself, breeding that confidence in the new Aries all over again that you didn't have before, being able to find balance and gratitude in all of your stages, right? Made up, made down, fat and happy, skinny and whatever, it doesn't matter, right? Through the nightmares, through the gifts, through the blessings, through Thanksgiving, all of it. You're so layered, you're so intricate. There's such a beautiful complexity to you that you're not currently giving yourself credit for, but I think through expanding yourself, you really will. You really will. And it will breed a new level of confidence and pride in you. That's gorgeous. Thank you, Daddy. That's gorgeous. Thank you. If anything else wants to come out for you. Cool. So you have the Nine of Potions, which is the Nine of Cups. You have that in reverse, but then you have it immediately followed out by this Page of Candles. So the Nine of Cups is a card of like wish fulfillment, but what I think that this is saying here is that like I said, these things used to be your wishes. You used to pray for these things. I wanted this job. I wanted to hang out with these people. I wanted this person as my partner. I wanted this. It doesn't mean we have to get rid of like everything, but by expanding ourselves, I think that you will really realize that the things that were fulfilled wishes are having gratitude for them, being thankful for them, appreciative for the experiences that they gave you. But, by expanding, you will gain a new star. You will gain a new image of yourself. You will gain new goals and aspirations and be excited to learn these different things about you, that you will have a higher echelon, a leveling up of your wish fulfillment, because you're going to be able to dream bigger for yourself than you ever could before. Your potential doesn't have a ceiling. And once you realize that, the new wishes that come in are going to be so much more satisfying, followed up by this Page of Wands. That's gorgeous. Pages are student energies. Like I said, getting excited again, like a little kid. We're going on an adventure. Let's see what I can do. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I think I want to have you pull one more bird card for you. And like bats also represent kind of like secrets and ancestral energy and like all of these things about yourself that like you didn't know you could do, all this potential you didn't know that you had, how creative you could be, how resourceful you could be, how adaptable that you can be, that you can fly through the night and you can soar during the day too. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, Aries, gorgeous. I think I'm gonna watch Annie tonight. You guys have inspired me. I'm in my Page of Candles right now. Do you feel like you want me to take this one? Oh, I love that. Virgo got this not too long ago. Blackbird, singing in the dead of night. The magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are now unfolding. Look at that. Let me read that again for you, Aries. The magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now. If that doesn't wrap up that reading, I don't know what will, my loves. So Aries, this was your reading. I very much hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you were able to get something out of it. I hope that this, if nothing else, was loving and positive and encouraging for you. If you are interested in your October monthly, that is linked on the Patreon in the description box, along with all of my social media, all the decks that I own and use. It's the Divine Feather Messenger deck, and the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. I do personals. My email for that is in the description box. And until I see you next time, be confident, take a bet on yourself, stay blessed, and I love you very much. Goodbye.